Okay, October 1st, 2018. Feeding the fish. Kind of do the tail thing to bring down the floating flakes. But fish seem happy. These are the two drains that the water gets sucked into, and neither of them are really near the bottom. The one on the left is about 4 inches from the bottom. So there's a lot of crap on the bottom, especially leaves, but there's catfish in there as well as goldfish, and I think that there's a lot of foraging that goes on, and breakdown of the leaves, and you know, my excuse for laziness is biological diversity. I don't want to take those leaves out. They increase my biological diversity. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, spider. That probably wouldn't be good for a leaf to go down. You see any, I don't know, enough ambient light. Okay, well. Pumpkin is oranging up, although it's very small, but it's okay. Squash is... oh. Blossom end rot, or it's too moist or something, but it's trying to cut that whole bit out. Lots of these kind of spiders in the around the garden. And there's another one. Boom, right there. But they don't really show up well on the video. And what else? Strawberries are still getting scratched up. Thornless blackberry. Yeah. I don't really like the berries. And most of the vines aren't producing. So what's the point? Some strawberries seem to be doing good, looks like. Oh, yeah. Wow, what a nice little strawberry. Yeah. Out of nowhere. Yeah. That's a surprise for me. Alright. Oh, cool. And then I got my muskmelon. That's got to be coming on ripe. But I don't know exactly how to tell. Yeah, there's my white strawberry. And there's one here that's like barely hanging on. And this is all muskmelon. Not a great germination rate on my muskmelon, although it seems like maybe there's one right there. pot plant is the hairs are starting to turn red, so I don't know. I'm not a big pot grower, so I guess it's ready when it's ready. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, well, kind of been pulling some plants out too as it goes, and that gave the habanero room to grow out, and that's two legs of the same plant. There was a kale, I think, overshadowing it. No flowers yet. Okay. Orange tree is doing good. That's what a few videos ago I had these tiny little bundles of new leaves and branches, and that's what this is right here. It's beautiful, and it's all all the light green stuff. This leaf even is coming around. It kind of came out weird. My mullein's doing great, so happy. And my citronella is really not. Looks like these onions are about ready to harvest. So that'll be cool. And none of my bean plants really survived. That's my lone survivor. I think the slugs got it. This is not a happy jackfruit tree. Whew, at all. I have no idea why. His buddy in the upper bed, he's happier. Still not happy. He's Humboldt happy. Loganberry. All over the place. Loganberry. And then lots and lots of cherry tomatoes. All in there. The tomato vines have just about reached the edge of the trellis, end of the trellis. And we got lots of dying brown leaves and stuff. And of course, that one's planted over in that end of the grow bed. And then right here is a gypsy bell pepper, or gypsy pepper, I don't know. And then behind it, which you can't really see very well, bell peppers. Next to it, poblanos. And over here, of course, is tomatoes. One plant goes all the way up over that trellis. And there's also cucumber plants in here as well. And actually there's a strawberry plant, or there was in there. If it hasn't died, I'm not sure. Probably has. Okay, and here is the acorn squash. Seems to be happy. Maybe needs iron. Iron, magnesium, or nitrate. And I've left that one squash on there. It's got a big split down the middle, but still seems to be developing, so okay. I probably won't eat it, but it's nice to see what happens with it. Maybe another one won't split. More butternut squash. Raspberries, which are just, you know, everywhere. Oh, that one wasn't. Oh well. There you go. Still tasty, but it leaves a mess. we go. Nice. My favorite part of the garden so far. I'm totally inclined to just leave this as a raspberry bed. Actually, there's already new little raspberry starts right here. They must be coming off of the main raspberry. Oh yeah, it looks like they're everywhere. A little piece of grass come in here. We don't want that. This is a marshmallow plant, which seems pretty happy. And that is a pot plant, which it does not seem very happy. And I believe these are lemon cucumbers, but I'm not certain. This, and looks like the plant got split down there, like by a chicken. Another half of it went over there and became that. That's cool, maybe. And this is the raspberry, of course. Over, it's awesome. Basil still hanging on, and hopefully it will get bigger and taller since it's not being shaded so much. And my red carrot getting its legs. Really getting its legs. As you can see, its water level's too high, and I think that I might be experiencing structural shifting. Maybe I need to jack this up, put another board under it. Don't know. Alright, well, continuing on this side, more tomatoes. We got, oh, that is the first one that I have seen split like that. That never happens to me, I swear. Okay, into the compost pile. Probably into the nutrient tank in a little bit. Been thinking about ideas for the nutrient tank. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway. Lots of tomatoes. We just harvested them. Pulled like 30 of them off. It was awesome. And there's always more that, you know, like we missed. Or they just happen to ripen up. Okay. Poblano City. I just picked off about half of them. And, doing okay. There's even a little baby growing up over here on top of the jalapeno plant. Jalapenos. And then the lemon cucumber's getting its legs. But at the expense of the jackfruit tree. So he's hanging on. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if it'll pull the jackfruit tree over. Maybe I should stop that. It also kind of gave me ideas for like shaping trees using plants. If you wanted to have a specific shape in a tree, you could plant a specific plant next to the tree while it's growing, and the way it attached would pull on it. I don't know. Cool idea. Probably one of the 9 out of 10ers. 9 bad ideas before a good one comes along. Okay. Cherry tomatoes. And I have these set up. I won't be using the top level, but these two levels down here, 1, 2, will be lined. And I'll have to plumb it somehow. I've got a mated set. So the top level's too high for me to have an overflow from the fish tank and the filters and stuff. It's not too high for a pump, and I have extra pumping capacity, but I kind of wanted to make it simple so that it's always, you know, not, let's keep it all in the same loop kind of thing. And then this is a white one, unimproved, haven't done anything with it, and it's just getting in the way. I bought two because they were 50 bucks for all 4 pieces, all 4 semicircles. 50 bucks. Okay, so I've got some duckweed and some other kind of duckweed from the river, and well, one was from like a stagnant pond, which was like the light green, the little guys like that, the simple leaves, and then the more complicated like rosettes. I pulled those from the river, kind of a stagnant pool. They look nice too. And the fish eat them both, so I kind of use those tanks to grow the duckweed, or whatever it is, and I feed it to the fish occasionally, supplement the flake feed. And then there's the central sump tank that the other 2 feed into. And the nutrient tub. And so, as you can see, I had a lot of waste apples. That was from cider. Some of these weren't fit for cider. And I also dumped in the whole thing of, well, all my extra organic fertilizer supplies go in here. So, or not fertilizer, fermenting. So, when I juiced the apples and I made pulp, the pulp went in here. And bad apples, they went in here. And after I was done, I made a plum pear fermented beverage. Hopefully it tastes good. But at the end I had a big yeast cake at the bottom. What am I going to do with it? Put it in here. And actually, I think all the yeast and everything has kind of made the smell not so offensive. I haven't been buffering on this last round because the pH went down so quick. It kind of got past the. It became more acidic than the ideal conditions for methane production. I think it's 6 to 7, or 6.4 to 7. Although I've found that it produces at up to 7.4 or 7.6. Alright, well that's it for now.